welcome back to the Morning Blend. When you make the transition into retirement, not only do you need to be prepared financially, but you also need to be prepared emotionally as well.
The transition was not immediate, and the transition itself took place within. I never looked at retirement as being the end of anything. To me, it was a renewal. It was a rebirth, a beginning, as a matter of fact.
Joining us now to talk about it this morning are Nick Strobelt and Eric Nimmer from Ashton Strobelt. Ashton Strobelt specializes in financial planning, retirement planning, and investment management. Gentlemen, how are you?
Great, great. Thanks for having us.
It's great having you. I know what I'll be doing for my retirement. Categorizing my socks.
Yes. You have some impressive socks today.
You went fairly modest today, which I feel like I'm overdressed. But ladies and gentlemen,
not too bad.
You have the flamingos.
The flamingos. Let's see what you have today.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone full SpongeBob SquarePants. There we go.
Great.
So there it is. There it is. I know people, for whatever reason now, they're watching for the socks.
When they come into an appointment, they say, "Where's my free socks?" and we have to be disappointed.
We have to get some with Ashton on one side and Strobelt on the other.
Exactly. That's what we're going to do so far.
That man we talked, we heard from there at the beginning of the segment. He's talking about retirement, and of course we think of retirement like, yay, get off of work and get to have some fun. Mentally, inside here, that's a lot easier said than done.
It is. It is. Some people, retirement is such a scary thing because it's so different than what they've been doing their whole life, of working and career and all that. Such a hard cutoff line to retirement is scary for a lot of people. But what that man probably had was a great financial plan that gave him the confidence to look forward to retirement, knowing that he had his financial situation set up and he received the proper income he needed so he can live the life that he always had dreamed of retirement being. And that's what a lot of people that have a successful retirement, they have the financial plan that gives them the confidence to move forward in that direction.
Because if you have the financial plan, chances are at least most of the anxiety about going into retirement will go away.
Exactly. Yeah. Where the anxiety comes from is, hey, where am I going to pay my bills? My savings isn't that good. My guaranteed income coming in isn't that good. How am I going to make the difference? And so that's where a plan comes into place.
So how far in advance should people be planning their transition into retirement?
You know, what we say to most people is at least 10 years in advance to them retiring, they should be making proper steps to retire. You know, granted, people are saving their entire careers, but 10 years before, they need to be making strategic steps to change their portfolios, change their setup, so that they can set themselves up to have retirement income throughout the rest of their life.
All right, so let's talk about some of these steps that people can make to work towards that transition.
Yeah, I think the first and most important step is like Nick talked about, sitting down with somebody and starting that plan, rather than saying, you know, I think I want to retire 10 or 15 years from now. As soon as you sit down from somebody, you can help knock out some of those points and say, you know, I just sat down with somebody just a couple weeks ago, and she said, you know, I've been talking or thinking about it for 5 or 6 years, and I think I can retire 2 years from now, and that's kind of my goal. And after I sat down and we crunched some of the numbers, decided what she'd need as far as income, what she was currently making, what Social Security would provide in some of her investments, I sat down and I said, you know, you're making about $4,500, $4,600, and in retirement you'd be making about $4,400 if you retired today.
Wow.
And so she's working 40-hour work weeks for $100 or $200 extra a month. And those next few weeks, she told me afterwards, she said those were really long weeks, knowing that I'm doing this day in and day out for an extra $100 or $200.
See, but to be able to have that clarity to know what she's going to be looking at post-retirement, or once she gets there, is phenomenal. Because that's half the question, is like, oh my goodness, all this saving, all this work that I've been doing, is it going towards anything? Do I get to see this? What do I get to see?
We refer this to as running a race. And sometimes people don't realize they finished the race of you know, preparing for retirement. And they're doing victory laps year after year after year, when in actuality they have all they need to have a great retirement. They just haven't run the numbers to see it completely. And so that's why, you know, we help people find that every single day.
What do you do at that point? I mean, if you've passed the finish line and you're cruising now, but you still have maybe, say 10 years left before your retirement age, do you keep putting money in? Do you stop putting money in? Do you retire early? What do you do?
Well, that comes to a preference. We tell people only work if that's the thing you want to do more than anything else. And so there's a lot of people out there that they might be 50 years old and able to retire, but because they enjoy working and they're in their career that they like, we recommend they continue doing that. But if they really have hobbies outside of work that is where their passion is, what they really get the most fulfillment out of, then we can show them how to do that as long as they've, have the proper savings in place. But spend the time where you love the most, and that's the whole key.
I know that we're running out of time. You have a retirement book that you're giving away, right?
Yeah,
Let's talk about this.
It's called The Stress-Free Retirement, written by Patrick Kelly. If this book is really written for those who are preparing for retirement, don't know the proper steps to take, but to make that big leap. And so if you're listening today and you're within 5 or 10 years of retirement, this book is for you. It'll teach you how to get to the next step. And so call our office, 702-900-8177, and you can get your free copy today.
And of course, you can set up a consultation, or if you just have a quick question you want to ask you guys, you can email you guys as well.
Send us an email, give us a call. Either way, we have a whole team ready to go to help and assist.
Retirementbrothers.com. I like that website. Nice. It's great having you, gentlemen. Thank you so
Great to
much.
be here.
Thank you.
Or would you be a brother as well? Are you all brothers?
I'm an adopted brother.
There we go.
Brother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Half brother, step brother. Hey, if you'd like some help preparing for that major transition from your working years into your retirement years, you're going to want to take advantage of this special offer. They have 25 copies of the book Stress-Free Retirement to hand out to the first 25 callers. The number is 702-900-8177. And if you want your question answered in person, you could schedule a complimentary appointment with the Retirement Brothers. The number is listed, same as their website, ashtonstrobelt.com or retirementbrothers.com. Also a fantastic URL.